Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tina Tenacity. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I will be talking about every and anything, okay? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to everybody. It's 2020. It's a whole new decade, okay? Leave the past decade behind. Embrace the new decade. 2020 is your year, okay? You got to claim that. You got to make plans. You got to take risks. You got to accomplish, okay? What's behind in the past, it's gone. Forget about it. So, speaking of the last decade and this decade moving forward, let's jump into the topic. I want to talk about moving on from the past decade, moving beyond everyone and everything that you've left in the last decade. I just want to let you know to just be done with it, okay? Just be done with it. The last decade has left. Don't try to pull up in this new decade with the same old mindset, same old perspective. The things that you haven't accomplished in the last decade, don't worry. Don't knock yourself. Once you put it on paper, it's a new decade. Go out there and try something different. Try something new. You know, a lot of people are like, new year, new me, whatever. You know, that's good. It's a good mindset to have. But I'm telling you, if you're not productive and if you're not making moves and making these plans and applying them to your life, it's not going to happen. A lot of people sit there during the last decade. They sit there and they barely get by. And I know people are going through some things. I've been through some things too, but I'm telling you, a decade is just going to come right past you and go right by. If you don't make plans and if you're not accomplishing and if you're not setting yourself up to win, and if you're not thinking about your future, a decade is just going to come and go. And what are you going to do? So at the end of the day, new year, new me. How about new me, new year? Let's put that first. Let's put ourselves first. New me, new year, 2020. That's it. Let's apply ourselves to the things that we need to apply ourselves to. And you know what? Honestly, everybody that has left your life in the past decade, let them go. Don't even think about going back to them. As long as you still have a good heart for them, if you see them down the street, you say hi and bye. But everybody that has come into your life and gone within the last decade, let them go. One thing about me is like, I don't try to go backwards in life. I'm not doing that. I don't got time for that, okay? Everything and everyone that God has removed from my life, they're out of my life. I'm not forcing myself back into working anything out with them. Like I said, once there's peace, once there's love, I respect them from a distance, okay? Some of the things that God has took you through during the last decade, you should be thankful. Every day I wake up and I give God thanks. Like, honestly, I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for you, God. None of us wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for God. So at the end of the day, we can't dwell on what we've been through. We remember, but we can't dwell on what we've been through. If it's going to make us feel sad or, you know, it's supposed to uplift you. Turn your struggles into success, you know, and that's the best way I know how to. I'm not worried about, oh, who has left my life in 2019, 2018 and down. I don't care about that because you know what? God has more blessings in store for me. New people are going to come into my life. Love, happiness, prosperity. And I wish you guys all the same for this new decade. You know, times are tough, man. Times always are tough. But at the same time, tough times don't last. Tough people do. So you got to be tough. You got to be strong. You got to be willing to be like, yo, this is a new decade. Honestly, even if you haven't accomplished anything in the last decade, it's okay. Start getting your shit together right now. Start getting things together right now. Honestly, you're going to need to, because you're going to look back 10 years from now and you're going to be like, wow, if I didn't make any changes within the last 10 years, I wouldn't have been where I'm at right now. And I can say the same thing about myself. All the things behind on my wall of accomplishment is what I call it. I done that last 10 years. I was thinking ahead of my time. So honestly, we just have to start thinking ahead of our time, because 10 years is just going to come and go and nobody cares. But if we're planning and we're praying and we're applying ourselves to those things that we want to accomplish, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Don't doubt yourself. 2020, let's level up. Let's do this. Let's do this, people. Like, we got this. I'm tired of people walking around, oh, 2020, I'm going to lose weight. And they're not even doing it. They wake up every day. I know you go to work. I know you probably have kids. I know you probably have a million and one things to do. But honestly, I'll be working out in my own house. Even if you could take 30 minutes out of your day, I know you can find that. A lot of people are like, I'm going to eat right. And then they go back and eat whatever. Not nice, not good, nothing good about what they're eating is good for them. So I feel like we need to really step our game up. We need to be honest. We need to be for real. And we need to be more serious about our lives, because honestly, like, we're looking like fools out here if we're like, oh, new year, new me, and ain't nothing changed within us. And we know it. Guilty. Like, you're guilty if you're like new year, new me, and nothing hasn't changed about you. So this year we have to show more love towards one another. I hope that we can all show more love to one another. I hope that we really mean and is taking care of our business, and I hope that we are planning for the future, because the future is not that far from now. The future literally is the next hour, the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year. So at the end of the day, it's like the future, you got to get on it. But yeah, embrace 2020. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I will subscribe to yours. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's Tina Tenacity's channel, and I hope you guys got some good advice from what I just said. I really believe in all of you. I believe in people in general, and there's nothing that you can do. Just apply yourself, pray over it, and let's go. Embrace newness, embrace happiness, embrace gratitude this 2020 and further on. So yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel. I will be back. It's Tina Tenacity.